guys, crew of Blind Wave, I'm Eric.
I'm Shane.
I'm Calvin.
Aaron.
And we're back with Death Note. Last time on Death Note, we had Matsura get captured. Or not captured, he got his car stopped. Right? Is that Matsura? Is that his name?
Who?
The new Kira?
I thought it was Higuchi.
Yes.
Oh yeah, Matsura is another guy. I just looked down, saw the name, like, that's the name. That's not the name.
Matsura
is Hikoji, that's right.
Is one of the assistants, right?
Yeah. No, I'm sorry. Hikoji was pulled over after he killed a cop.
Yeah.
Right? He wrote the name of the Death Note, ran to the back of like a truck or something. And then who is the former team member that came back? He's with the police right now, right?
I think that was Matsura.
Maybe that was. Anyway, so we had that going on. It was pretty much just a mad scramble to try to find him and stop him before he did whatever he was doing.
Yeah.
Right?
Which now they have more evidence, both video and audio, that he is in fact Akira. But they still don't know exactly how.
Yeah.
They don't see him actually writing.
They saw him write in a notebook, but they're like,
yeah,
all
but
he
they
did
didn't know
was
what the
note. That's
notebook
weird.
was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They basically they're gonna have to accept the supernatural, pretty much.
If he reveals what he does, I guess, yeah.
If he calls it like a death note.
Yeah.
I'm still worried that he can kill people by looking at
I
them.
mean, L has heard the word Shinigami before. He doesn't know what it is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then the butler's out. He has like a sniper guy.
Yeah.
Remember that? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I think that's everything. Let's start. Oh, yeah. I know what they say now. They don't say black people.
I'm sure they don't.
It says, what's up, people?
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, it does.
If Higuchi tries anything or makes any sudden moves...
Understood. I will shoot to stop him, not to kill.
Okay. Look how cool they are.
Look like Santarans.
You apprehend.
Oh, it covers his eyes.
Yeah.
Mogi, I want you to put a headset on him as planned.
Roger.
Oh, I didn't realize they were in the helicopter.
Higuchi, how are you able to kill people? Tell me.
The notebook.
Notebook?
You probably won't believe me, but I've got a special notebook. If I write someone's name in it while thinking of their face, that person dies. I found it.
Oh shit, he touched it.
touched it.
Higuchi's bag.
Oh, shit.
What is it, Mr. Yagami?
It's a monster!
That's the worst one to look at.
Don't panic. Remember, you're not currently armed to defend yourself. Chief, I think you must be getting
Oh,
tired.
shit.
Mogi, what's wrong?
That thing, it seems only people who have touched the notebook can see.
Please bring the notebook over to the
Oh, shit.
Okay.
Shit is getting real right now.
All the memories of the Death Note and what you did while it was yours will return at
All of
once.
them?
So, was that his notebook then?
However,
No, this is Misa's notebook, right?
Here it
Oh,
is,
no.
Miyazaki.
Shit. I can see it now.
It really is a Shinigami. They really do exist.
I mean, he looked up like gods of death and stuff.
Yeah, but he didn't believe it.
Yeah.
Come on, let me see it.
No.
Books. There have to be 2 notebooks, possibly more.
He has it. Oh, fuck. She's just really scared of his hospital. Holy shit.
He's remembering everything.
But I'm confused.
I suppose seeing that monster would surprise anyone.
Yeah, right. He's back.
I've won. Exactly as planned.
Holy shit. Ow.
I hereby forfeit ownership of this notebook. Now, that means ownership is transferred back to you. Pass it on to Ryuk. Now that notebook's ownership has been transferred from you to Ryuk. Okay, Ryuk, take the notebook and drop it on the ground so it's in the human world again. Now the ownership goes back to me.
Whoa, hang on. It's just gone around in a circle. Nothing's changed, right?
Maybe, at first glance. but there will be a time when I'll benefit from this. Rem, I want you to give the notebook to someone with status who lusts for power and money.
So he traded them out.
Under 24-hour surveillance as well. While I'm locked up, I'll relinquish ownership of the notebook to you. That'll mean I'll lose all my memories of the Death Note.
Then you'll try and catch the guy who Rem gives the notebook to and steal it before El gets to it.
If you don't have full ownership, your memories will only return for as long as you're in contact with the notebook. As soon as you let go of it, your memories will disappear again.
That means I've
You
got
can't
to
write in
kill
it with
Kikuchi
Elder.
without letting go of this notebook. If I manage to do that, ownership will transfer back to me and my memories won't disappear. I just have to pull this 4 times in less than a second. Got it. Just as I expected.
Less than a second?
I'm wearing this watch.
He hit it in something he knew he was gonna. Oh, there's a needle! Time to write some names. Can El not see this? 40 seconds.
Right, of course.
He has to be holding on to it. What are they gonna think when he just dies?
What the hell? What's happening? Yes, he's already dead. And you're next, Ryuzaki.
So they just have that thing staying around with them.
They just all see it.
There's some of them that don't see it still, right?
It looks like they might have all touched it by now.
He's back.
Yep. Yeah.
Oh yeah, they're all.
How to use it.
There are rules in it.
As well, the back cover has some more instructions on how to use it. There are 2 more rules. One of them is, if you make this note unusable by tearing it up or burning it, all the humans who have touched the note till then will die.
What? Is that really true, Aizawa?
Yeah,
That's right. With a rule like that in place, the notebook's
What?
safety is guaranteed.
Rem, there's no way the old man back home will get mad at us if we write fake rules in here, is there?
No, there are no rules against doing so.
Fine, then, fine, I'll do it.
It's like a fucking
But you
Horcrux
owe me
book.
an apple for this.
You owe me an apple for this.
According to these instructions at the back of the notebook, if the person using the note fails to consecutively write names of people to be killed within 13 days of each other, then the user will die.
He was in confinement for 50 days.
Wait a second. If that's true, then it means Light and Misa are completely clear, doesn't it?
Light and Misa were detained for
That's
more
smart,
than
I
50
think they do
days
that.
and are still under surveillance. If either of them had been Kira, there's no way they would still be alive by now.
Wow,
We
that's
never
great
considered they
news,
could
isn't
just-
it, Chief?
Make up rules.
If there are other notebooks, either here or in your world, would they all have the same rules as this one?
Yes, they are all the same. There are many notebooks in the Shinigami realm, but they all have the same rules.
I understand. But please accept my apologies for all the trouble.
No matter what the world, the god of that world creates the rules. In truth, you've already been defeated by the rules I created. And as punishment for defying the god of the new world, you will die.
Oh, shit.
Misa, I'm gonna tell you about a special place. I need you to go there and dig something up, but you have to make sure that no one is watching.
Light! Your memory must have returned! Don't worry, I can do this. I won't let you down.
There it is.
Her notebook.
By the time you read this letter, you should have remembered everything. Do you remember my friend at Toho University? He went by the name Hideki
Oh,
Ryuga.
does she remember his name?
I want you to write his real name in the notebook and kill him. Then burn this letter right away. Take a number of pages from the notebook and rebury it where you found it. The next time that we see each other, casually touch me with a piece of the notebook. If you do this for me, I promise I will love you
For the rest of my life? Yay! Now I see. I don't remember his name anymore. Shoot. I was seeing dozens, no, hundreds of names in lifespan every day.
There he is.
I finally returned to the human world.
Ryuk! Oh, it's been so long. Oh, I'm so glad to see you. How are you doing?
Sorry,
Phased her.
I'm a guy. I get a little shy sometimes.
Oh yeah, I almost forgot. Here. Light told me to bring one for you.
Yeah, you owed him an apple.
Is it really that good?
Oh, yeah. Human apples are, what's the word? Juicy, I think. They're great anyway. apple from the Shinigami world.
Apple.
Look very good.
It's been in his shoulder feathers.
It's got pepper.
By the way,
Yeah.
before I forget, I want you to make the ideal with me.
The ideal?
You understand what that means. You already made the same deal with Ram once before. Are you sure you really want me to cut your lifespan in half for the second time?
Oh, so
No, but what choice do I have? You see, I've forgotten a name that I absolutely have to remember.
Well, it's fine with me.
Rim doesn't. Rim's gonna care, but he doesn't. Rim
Yeah.
doesn't.
How far down is it gonna cut her?
I mean, she already had an
Hey, it's
extended amount, right?
Yeah, but if she had
Poor
200,
girl. As long as we're stuck in
100,
here,
that's
we
50.
can't turn our cell
Yeah.
phones on, so she has to come all the way out here just to hang out with Light.
You should never keep a woman waiting.
Luke? Why is he attached to Misa?
She can see the numbers.
Misa's lifespan. It's been halved again. No. Did she make the ideal with Ryuk?
It's been a while, Ryuk.
I don't remember Hideki Ryuga's real name. I tried, but I totally forgot.
Oh, I see. Well, that's too bad.
But I did the ideal with Ryuk, so I can try again.
So everything's going according to plan.
You idiot! If you do that, then your lifespan will...
He used her.
No, it's all right. I just want to be of use to you, Light.
All I want is to enjoy a long life with you in an ideal world. That's just how I feel. It'll be a place with no crime, where only kind people live.
that's what I want, boys.
Look at that. That's awesome
Yeah.
shot.
Yeah. He's so fucking evil with his.
Oh, I wish when I
Lip
did shit,
shit.
that music played.
That's probably the best episode, man.
I mean,
It was like a long one too.
That was crazy.
we've been guessing the like, well, what's his plan? How did he do this? But I didn't think about him switching the books. You know,
No.
that's pretty cool.
You know, and I guess we got an answer to her lifespan too a little bit. We wasn't sure if it was still cut in half since she forfeited it all.
yeah.
Because she forgot it.
Or if she got the powers back, memories back, would
She-
she get the power back, but she didn't.
She didn't get
She
the
didn't get
power
the power
back,
back.
but her life was still
The
half.
deal was still a deal.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
if you give it up, then you don't have
So
it.
now she's halved it
Yes.
again.
She's quartered it.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, she had expanded it at
Yeah.
one point.
Yeah.
But now she might only have, like,
Yeah, but how long? You know, how long of an expansion was it?
I don't know. The lifespan of whatever the Shinigami that died was, right? Or something
Yeah.
like that?
yeah. So it could have been,
I don't know. It could have been like 200 years or something like that.
yeah, or it could have been a couple thousand. I don't
Yeah.
know. I was trying to see how that number that was over her head was comparing to.
Someone else's.
Light's head.
Yeah. I couldn't
But-
really tell.
I couldn't tell whether it was in like
Yeah.
days or hours or.
Too many numbers there.
Yeah, I know.
There
I
were.
think they don't want you to figure it out, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know what the process of like what. Yeah, is it, you know, years and days? Is it a date that they give you? You know, is it
I
a?
don't know.
I don't know what it is. It could be like seconds, minutes, hours, days. You know.
Dude, what about the fake rules he wrote in there?
That's pretty cool.
That's bullshit, man. Like, I get it.
Yeah.
But, like,
They'd have no idea that they were
No.
fake. You
Well,
know?
that's
You have
the
to make
thing.
sure it's the same handwriting.
like it's totally unfair.
So I wrote down
to
this
L.
because something that Shane said in the very beginning was like, in order for him to do this, he has to believe in the supernatural, or else they're not going to get anywhere. So in order for him to have to believe in the supernatural to understand what's going on, he just has to believe those rules are real.
Yeah.
Yes. He has to fully, like, invest all of his belief in that now.
I thought it was interesting that Ryuk said, "Do you think the old man would be upset by me doing this?" And Rim was like, "It doesn't. Like, there's no rules that we can't write fake rules." You
Yeah.
know? So
Who's the old man?
The old man, I
The
think, is
god of death, right?
he's the jeweled Shinigami, right?
He's like the real god of death that makes the death notes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's the one that sits in the throne, I think. So hopefully we just
I don't know.
maybe see him. I don't know.
But I love that. 13 days to die.
Yeah, I mean, he had to have guessed the time in which they would stop. You know,
So if they don't kill somebody in 13 days, they die?
they die. Like if I start using the death note, I have to kill somebody
Every
within
13 days.
or I die.
Yeah.
It's his fake rule.
So with them having this death note, well, how is it read? Like, do they have to kill somebody now every 13 days or they die?
No, it was the user of the death knot, not just a person who held it.
Who's considered the user?
The person
The
who writes the
person who
name.
writes in it.
Yeah.
I think. I don't think it means them. I liked how he put that rule, like, you know, about burning and stuff, so they could keep it there and he can keep his memories.
Yeah.
Yeah, they can't get rid of it.
Yeah. But I mean, Elle was quiet and beaten this episode. I'm wondering what he does. Like, you know, it seems like he was watching the Shinigami a couple times and not saying anything.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm interested in what his what his thoughts are. He believes there's got to be two notebooks. Also couldn't have been two Kiras.
Yeah.
He doesn't know the ideal yet, so he doesn't know how that works. Like, he understands, okay, write a name, picture a face, that makes sense. But how can you do it without knowing someone's name?
Yeah.
So that's got to be a thing in his mind of, like, how does that work? Which, if he asks Rim, what will Rim say?
Yeah, so I'm wondering if Rim will fudge the truth a little bit.
Rim's not required to say anything. That's what Ryuk said when he started this.
Mm-hmm.
He get him to say anything.
Yeah, but she could say everything, right?
Yeah.
Just see what happens.
Yeah.
But she's trying to protect Misa.
Yeah.
She seemed very upset that she had her life again, so...
Because Light is using her like that, and, you know, it's like to the point of, like, do I let Light continue to use her if she is happy? You know, because she seems like she's happy with him and everything.
Yeah. Is that what it was? It wasn't anything to do with, like she knows the date, so she's not, like... That's why she's worried about him having it again?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's that. I think it's, like, going to be, like, a conflicting thing.
Well, she only has 15 years now.
Yeah.
Or something. I don't know.
I don't know what it is.
Because it's time remaining, right? Not time
I mean, that's the thing.
Yeah.
Like, if she takes Light down, you know, like with Elle or something like that, by giving them information, then she's also going to take Misa down. You know, I think Light probably knows that.
Yeah, because if it was total life, if she had made the deal at first, and it would have halved her life.
The second time would kill her.
Well, that, but also, like, if it had returned her life after the deal was null, then it would have taken it back down to that same point, minus a few days since from the time passed, right?
So if they did the deal and then after she lost her memories, it was restored, is what you're saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't restored.
But it wasn't restored.
No, it wasn't. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
He's giving another reason, further explaining why.
Okay. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I don't get it.
Okay.
One day you will.
I don't get why, if it's restored, what's the restoring have to do? Like, what, say it again or something.
He was just giving an example.
Rem realized
I get that. I didn't follow the example, so I was kind of wanting to get on page with all three of you guys.
Rem realized that she had halved her life again. So, knowing that if your life isn't restored, like your lifespan isn't restored after you give up the deal or the death note, and it like restores all your life, then she wouldn't know that, right? Because if it's
like, Eric, do you get what he's saying? Do you have a faster way of saying it?
I get it the first time you said it. Now I don't get it. I mean,
I'm trying to explain it in a different way. It's just simple as I can do it.
We know that it's halved and then halved.
Yeah.
We know
I know that.
If it was restoration, then if
it was
would have been the same amount.
then it would have been the same amount.
Later. Yeah. What I think is interesting. God damn, I had it 10 seconds ago.
I was wanting to get on the page because I still don't get what that had to do with the conversation of, like, because you were saying that in comparison to if it was her lifespan versus her life remaining, right?
Yeah. Basically, if it didn't return to life to what it was before, then she did it twice. It would kill her the second time, right?
Yeah.
Would it have?
Yeah, because
if it was 200 years that she could live to.
Well, because she had 100 years left, and
not like for my span, like if it's lifetime, I was just saying, like, if she had 200 years that she could live to, so she could be 200 years old, half that'd be 100, another half of that would be 50. So she can live to be 50, and she's 25 or whatever, you know?
Yeah.
That's what I was wondering. So I was just trying to figure out. Calvin said something, I didn't get it, but you all three seemed to, but then no one could explain what you guys were saying. So I was just trying to understand what you guys meant.
What I was trying to say is Rem noticed that Misa had taken the deal again, which changed her life.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So that means that through her giving up the death note, it didn't restore the life.
Yeah, we know that.
Yeah.
Because Ryuk
I
said
think
that.
it's bullshit that, you know, you take this deal and then you lose your memories and then you just lose the power of the eyes. If you get memories back, you should get the eyes back. I think. I think because, like, that's the deal, right? If I had the memories, I should have the eyes. If I lose the eyes, I have to make the deal again.
I agree.
You know, hey, go to Father and talk to him about that.
I mean,
Change those rules.
I mean, they're kind of like, they're making a deal with the devil.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if you had some kind of soul deal or something like that, where you're like, hey, I'm gonna get $1 million.
It's a Crowley deal, pretty much.
You know, I'm gonna give you my soul for $1 million, and you get $1 million. You know what? I'm gonna give this money back to the bank, and you go to the devil, hey, I want $1 million now. Give me another soul.
Someone
like, no, you already did that once. Like, exactly. I don't know. It might be kind of like.
No, I didn't spend the money.
Yeah, I know. It might be something related to that. You know, I don't
it's
know.
Like someone just took my money. Like, they took my money. Give it back.
I remember you telling me that you have a debit card that would never run out of money.
Yeah, that would be my wish.
You lost it or something.
What if you
drop it like a Death Note?
Yeah, what
Someone
if
gets ownership of it?
What if you had a maximum daily withdrawal limit of like $50, where you could only make less than $50 purchase a day?
You do it every day.
Well, if you didn't, though, would you die?
I mean,
no.
I can spend as much money as I want to, but only no more than $50.
No less.
No more than $50 at a time.
Oh,
yeah. So like
in a day or at a time?
So I could go
day,
somewhere here, spend $50, somewhere here $50, somewhere here $50.
No, in a day, like
a whole day I can't do $50.
Yeah,
you can't pay your bills with that.
I would die before I got into it. You know,
50.
How?
That's
that. Like
you can't pay your bills.
Yeah,
you can't even pay your bills.
Yeah, but that's like free food, free gas.
That's $1,500 a month that you're getting. That's it. How do you pay your rent? Say rent's $400. You're fucked.
Yeah.
That's not your only means of income. That's just saying.
No, that's
like,
all I'm using.
All
that's
of your.
That's
why
if I got an infinite debit card, I ain't working, baby.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
All right. What if you could use it as many times as you wanted, but you could only make like $15 purchases? Like you had to buy your gas $15 at a time.
I would just fucking sit in an ATM.
How'd you buy a house?
Withdraw $15 for like an hour. You know,
right. You have to do that. Yeah.
$50.
Oh yeah, I'd do that.
Well, I would do that.
Drain that ATM.
It would
empty.
suck.
And then I'd use that cash money. Actually,
dollars falling around them, gold chains.
they ran out of 5s and 1s. They can't. That would suck because they only have 1s and 5s in there. You can't get a 20 if it's $15.
It seemed really suspicious.
You get
like the bank.
Oh, it's 10s and 5s. Yeah.
If you were caught on camera, it would seem really suspicious, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, it depends where the money's coming from. Yeah. But I go to every ATM in Marietta. Just
how much
have all this money.
I mean, how much can you withdraw? Because it takes like a minute to withdraw money.
It doesn't take a minute, but
it takes a little bit.
Takes a little bit.
I did your code. And wait there a second. It takes.
Just,
I mean,
it takes more than 30 seconds.
Yeah, it's like how I farm rubies in Legend of Zelda.
Yeah, it takes some time.
I have like, well, if I'll go to this mini game. That mini game will get me this amount of steak that I can then grill and then sell back to a different person.
That's your work. Your work is sitting at an ATM 8 hours a day till you have your money.
Like $50 a minute.
Yeah, but you'd only have to work like 1 day a week, and you'd have
depends on what I want to buy.
A crazy income.
If it did take a minute, how much you 15 times 60, or that is 6 times 1 is 6, and it's $300 a minute.
$300 an hour is pretty good pay.
That's not bad if it's.
That's not great if it's a wish. They owe like $1,000 an hour. You know what I'm saying?
$300 an hour is not too bad.
Yeah. Why was this $50 limit placed upon me during my wish?
15.
I was just
saying. It's like
it's like that Goosebumps witch who like there was I forget what it was called, but she had like, this thing where she could get wishes.
Yeah.
But you have to be careful because this one girl was like, I want people to always stare at me and adore me. And it turned her into a statue, and people would just walk around like, oh, wow, look at this, it's so beautiful. It was Goosebumps.
Oh. Yeah. Goosebumps, man.
It was a book and a show. It is very difficult to consider that a god of death who has possessed a human could die. What?
But if he should die, the death note that he bought, the human would not lose its power. Okay. It's a how-to use, not a rule.
A god of death who has possessed a human could die.
Who's possessed a human? Does that mean when a human touches a death note and they can see them?
Okay. So I guess it's kind of in relation to Misa, who had the one, right?
Yeah.
Well, not quite even. Okay, so basically, if Ryuk was to die, then the Death Note would still have power, right? It doesn't lose its power.
Okay.
That's pretty much what it's saying, right? It's difficult to consider that a god of death would die, right?
Who has possessed a human could die. But if he should die,
the Death Note still has power.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Basically. So if Ryuk or Rim were to die, which I don't know how they die, I think phase through shit and stuff, so...
Well, you die if you love or you extend a human's life.
Yeah.
Right? Because that's how the one died?
He fell in love and
they said that if you love, and there was something about extending a human's life...
If you prevent a human from dying at their time, right?
Then you die, I think.
Yeah.
I think that you transfer years for love.
But when he died... all of the years that he was going to live transferred to the person who he saved.
That makes it even wonkier on how long Misa can live, because Misa was supposed to die on X day, and then that was prevented. So how much longer could she live normally without a Shimigami giving her more life?
Yeah.
She would have died that night that guy was going to stab her.
That's what I said.
No, you asked a question.
No, how much longer? Okay, if Misa was supposed to die there, and he prevented that from dying, how much longer would she live now, not counting the Shimigami's life going to her as well? You know? Like, if she was supposed to die there, would she live another 15 years? Would she live another 50 years? And then on top of that, you have the guy who saved her life, the Shimigami, also having life
I
after
guess
it,
she
right?
has no fate after that, so it would be impossible for her to unless...
Yeah, the only life she had was what he added, right?
I think the solution to the problem that he caused was that his life was added to hers, because there was like a vacuum there, right?
Like, you can only count up to 10. If I give you 10 things, you can only count to 10. There's no more to count.
Yeah.
So, like, he just stops that from happening and gives her a bunch more. Now you have more things to count.
Yeah, exactly.
But there was not. But before that, it was only a value of 10. You know.
Yeah. Like, I'm supposed to have 10, and you're going to take them all.
Yeah.
But instead, Shane kills you, and now I still have 10, and then he throws more on top of this.
Yeah.
Like, how long was she supposed to live?
I don't think you would have the 10 anymore.
Like,
what he's saying.
Her lifespan, but like, what was her lifespan? Her lifespan was supposed to end right then, right?
That was her lifespan.
Yeah, so it was 0. So she had a 0.
And it only changed whenever he was given more life.
So you're saying,
right?
Right?
Isn't it?
To save her life, he had to give her more life.
He made it so that she didn't die.
To save her life, he killed someone else.
Yeah, and that gives her more life.
Right then it did?
Yeah.
Well, it
right
doesn't
then.
expand her life because she's not dead?
Well, I mean, that did right there, right?
I think she's alive.
Like, if
I think it was just like a instant exchange thing. I don't think it was like he gave her some of his life intentionally to save her.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
I think it's just like he killed that guy and he wasn't supposed to, and he died, and because of the person that he saved, all that life went to them.
Yeah, it was like, that's right.
So what you're saying is, like, what if you prevent it, you know?
Like, if I'm supposed to die today, and Calvin's supposed to kill me, but then they stopped Calvin from killing me, without me having any extra Shimigami lives, how long do I live?
Like, if the Shinigami was supposed to die then as well,
Sure.
and he didn't have any more life to give.
He had no more life to give or anything, sure. Like, how long do I live now without extra Shimigami years on my life?
I would say
either you die right away or you live forever.
Do I take Calvin's lifespan now?
No,
I think you would live out like the rest of the few minutes that you had before, like the guy, well, like I stabbed you, and then the little bit left over from the Shinigami that he had before he wrote the name.
Yeah,
and I just died.
It would have to be a matter
anyway.
of, the only way for that to happen would be if a Shinigami extends your life on purpose but doesn't love you, and then it pretty much kills himself. That's the only way that you don't get extra lives,
I don't think love is actually like a definable thing. I think it was just because he loved her, so he did this thing that he knew would kill him.
I thought that was right into the rule.
No, I think Rim said the only way a Shimigami can die is from love.
Yeah.
Which I think she was relating to the only reason a Shimigami would save someone
his
life
because if they loved
would be
them.
because of loving them.
Yeah.
That's kind of
I think is what they were kind of saying, but it might not be exactly.
Because I think she obviously loves
definitely took that to be
Misa.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't think it's the love.
Well, she doesn't necessarily love Misa. She respected and was touched by what the Shinigami that killed himself did, right? And now it's kind of like a secondhand adoration.
Well, I don't know.
Maybe.
Because she was willing to kill Light if he did anything to harm her.
Yeah, but she did that, like, because that Shinigami, I'm not saying that Shinigami was, like, her best friend or something, but his effort was, you know, something that she respected and she saw and she's like, oh, that really touched me, you know, and now she protects Misa because of him, not because of her necessarily, right?
I don't
Isn't
know.
that how it went?
I feel like the relationship between Ryuk and Light
at the very
are
least,
much
that's how it
different.
started.
I would say it could have started that way, and now she's
Yeah.
grown more attached to this
Yeah.
human, and now she's more protective.
Sure.
Of it. It could be even that way.
You know, it'd be like if, you know, Shane died and I, you know, adopted his son. I do so because I respected Shane, I loved him, and I'm trying to, you know,
But then, like,
do something that
eventually
he
you
wanted.
love the kid.
But eventually I'd love the kid, but I would equally, or, you know, it'd still be the inception of that would be because he was my friend's kid, you know? So I guess maybe something similar to that. And it couldn't have been very long ago, right? I mean, she's still relatively the same age. I mean, not exactly, but it couldn't have been like 10 years, you know?
She looked like she was like 13 or 14. Now she's like, what, 17?
I don't know.
Now she was a model at that point, right?
You can be a model at 13 or 14.
Yeah, but
I was.
I don't know.
See,
fat kid model for fat camp.
Fat model.
You can look like this. I mean, still
Like
fat.
a Lane Bryant model.
But happy fat.
Like a Lane Bryant model.
They like put you on the camps like brochures and stuff. Eric's like,
I think it's been in the last. I think it's been in the last few months because she attributed that criminal's death to Kira, and that's why she loves him.
Yeah.
So I don't
So
think
it
it's
had to have
been
been
several
while
years ago.
Kira
It
was-
has to have been while Kira was active.
no.
No,
She
there
didn't
was two
attribute-
separate.
She didn't attribute that to Kira.
There were two separate incidents.
She attributed the person who killed her parents died from Kira.
Yeah.
And that's what she attributed to Kira.
Yeah, there were two
not
separate
the death
incidents.
of that guy.
There was a guy that was going to kill her, and then there was a guy who killed her parents.
Yeah, and
Kira killed the guy who killed her
while
parents.
he was in prison because it never went through.
Yeah. Okay, well, I'm really interested to see what happens, what Elle does after this. I mean, he's forced now to accept clear supernatural. You even said in this one, like, science will now explain this,
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm surprised he's the first one to say it.
Yeah.
I wonder if he has any suspicions on Light right now, like what his thoughts are. Like when he was like holding the death note or whatever, like he was like looking at him. He had that big scream like, "Ah!"
The only thing he could do is write a name.
Elle?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then
Wait
see
13
if,
days?
if it 13 days
I mean, he has
thing
to
works.
kill somebody though.
They've killed the one guy, the inmate that they sacrificed pretty much.
Yeah.
Get somebody on death row.
I guess did he just match the previous handwriting perfectly?
Ryuk, yeah.
It's a Ryuk.
Ryuk wrote that.
Oh, Ryuk
Yeah,
wrote it. Okay,
it wasn't Light.
I thought Light wrote that shit.
No, because Ryuk asked, like, hey, is it okay? You think that the boss upstairs is going to be okay with you writing? You know?
Yeah.
For the rules, yeah.
Yeah, the old man, he said.
And when,
I remember that, but for some reason I still thought Light.
when Light was saying, like, he doesn't even know that those are fake rules written by a god of death.
Sure.
Yeah.
I guess it also works that the reason he switched out the notebooks is that he doesn't have any writing in this notebook.
Mm-hmm. So he wouldn't recognize his
Lisa
handwriting.
would, right?
Yeah.
So you got to watch out for that. But if they ripped him out, maybe I don't know.
That's true. He's just such a good planner. He planned all this shit and it worked out just perfectly. I knew it was going to because we didn't know what it was, you know?
Yeah.
But I did not expect switching the notebooks. So
I don't know what that achieves in. as
it
a
makes
whole.
it so that there can be he can lose his memory, and for 100%, it makes it so that he can't be him, or everybody else will think it. Elle will still think that way, and then it's a way of them finding the notebook and ruling him out without him actually just leaving it there. It's in the hands of Akira. It's in the hands of somebody, right?
Yeah. Can someone who has touched a notebook but not used it give up their memories in the same way that someone who uses it can? I'm wondering if Elle keeps talking to Rem, if he says, like, is there any way for me to, like, not see you again?
Mm-hmm.
I think you might have to have a
I think you
special
have to be
relationship.
the owner of the notebook to renounce the notebook. Like, none of the guys that are detectives owned the notebook. So if they went up like, I renounce ever touching this thing, like, they wouldn't, I don't think they'd lose their memory of Rem. I just think they'd just be like, well, I achieved nothing,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think you have to be the owner to be able to renounce and lose your memories.
But who actually owns it now? Because
right now,
Light wrote
Light
in a
owns
page.
No, Light
was
owns it
from
because
it.
he was touching it.
When the guy died.
And that was a piece of paper from that notebook when he died. So now the ownership goes back to him and he keeps his memories even if he's not touching it.
I keep thinking he just takes it real well. Like, like I'm surprised he takes it as well as he is, knowing that there's.
You mean Elle?
Yeah, crazy magical power.
Sure.
Like, what would you do if you found out there was a book that did that? Would it change anything in your life?
Change my beliefs if I.
What would you do if a ghost
100%.
came in and kicked your ass while you were sleeping?
if I could verify that it was in fact a ghost, then I'd be like, a ghost kicked my ass.
Because I guess I found out they just wouldn't change anything about me. Really.
If you find out there was a Shinigami?
No, if I found out there was notebook to do it, I just hope my name doesn't get written in it, but it wouldn't change how I live or anything.
It wouldn't change any of your beliefs?
No.
I mean, this is like a...
Probably not.
Okay.
Like, if I found, because I believe in God, if I found if for some reason we were able to prove that God exists tomorrow, scientifically, it wouldn't change anything.
This
about
isn't
me.
proving that your God is suddenly real. This is a whole nother thing.
Yeah.
Like, it would be like, what if tomorrow they prove that fucking Odin is God, and you're like, well, shit.
You seen American Gods?
Yeah. You know, like
I still probably wouldn't change how I am.
Probably that guy that backpacks down here.
You wouldn't change your religion if you found out that that God is in fact real versus the God you believe in, kind of thing.
Probably not.
I change a lot, right?
I probably wouldn't change how I act. No.
Well, I mean, how I act. I don't know.
I would change how I conducted myself at all. Really.
Yeah.
No.
I imagine like if they found out like Odin is real, I imagine more like churches of Odin appearing.
Probably.
You know what I mean?
Well, yeah. I don't think they'd open up churches of fucking Zeus.
No, but I just pictured a lot more like I feel a lot of people would go to that. Like a lot of people would.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Anthony Hopkins would be like, oh shit.
Ian Black or whatever.
Yeah. Okay, well, I think that's all I have. It's done. We're done. Guys, thank you very much for watching Death Note along with us. If you want to check out the next reaction, oh boy, go to patreon.com/blindwave or the website where you can learn how you can do that. And check out the full links too, because this was a crazy, crazy episode. Subscribe.
Are you serious? No, I'm Seven Dino Sea Light.